All right, and we are live. Hi, guys. Wait for people to show up and end up in the feed.
I'm on the live too on my iPad. I have all this tech around me.
Let me actually. Hi, Courtney.
Hi, Courtney.
Bring it up really quick. Yeah, here we go. Whoops. There we go. All right. All right, let me put it over here so I can actually. Oops. Sorry, guys. All right, there we go. All right. So I am here today with Abby of the channel, Abby the Witch.
Hi.
So can you tell us a little bit about your channel?
Yeah. So I'm pretty new to YouTube on this channel. I've only had this channel since January. And I use my channel to show people how I do things in my spiritual practice. And I also love to and encourage people at least to comment on my videos just so I can learn from them as well. So I like to have like a discussion, like learning and teaching type of situation. So yeah.
Right on. Perfect. And rather than labeling your spiritual path, I've got to change these questions. I keep saying that. I'm just lazy. But what can you tell us, or what do you want to tell us about your spiritual path? Not necessarily a label, but just in general.
Right. I don't really have, I know you just said you're changing the question anyway, but I don't really have a specific label for my path. I am fairly new to my spiritual path, so I don't really know yet. I'm kind of just going with it, whatever feels right. My path is extremely open right now. I just call myself a witch, but that could change, right? I'm constantly changing, constantly open to learning new things. So my path, I feel like, is always evolving and changing. Next week, it could be something completely different. So
right on. I think that's the only way to be, truly. Organic and true to yourself, because we have different things that we're always coming in contact with every day, right? That might change our perspective. So I think that's
beautiful. Thanks.
So were you raised in your path, or did you veer off from your family, or?
I was not raised in my path. I veered off. I was raised in the Lutheran church, actually. Pretty like diligently went to Sunday school every Sunday. Like my mother made me go through confirmation and the whole 9 yards. So I experienced the whole Christian deal. So.
And what about your family now? Do they support you spiritually?
My sisters do, for the most part. My sisters, especially my oldest sister, is extremely open to it. Thinks it's awesome. However, my mom and my dad are like a little weirded out by it. So I just try not to talk about it in front of them. But it's okay. It's fine.
Yeah. So, do you feel a stronger connection to any of the different elements?
So it's interesting because I'm made of mostly earth and fire, but I feel very attracted to water. So like, I don't know if you remember, I talked in Courtney's interview about, I constantly dream about water, and a lot of the people in my life, like my husband is water. Courtney is all water. My best friend is all water. Like I have a ton of people in my life who have so much water energy in them. So I'm very drawn to water, even though I don't have much of that in me, if that makes sense. Maybe I do. I'm not sure, but.
Maybe spiritually, that's what balances you out. So that's why you seek it. That makes perfect sense to me.
Yeah.
So do you have a favorite season of the year?
It's got to be a tie. I love all phases of the earth. That's like, I love seasonal locations. Like the Midwest isn't my favorite place to live, but I do love that it's seasonal. Like I love like the different phases. You can see like all the autumn leaves and wintertime. But my two favorite seasons have to be spring and winter. It's a tie between those two. So.
Oh, okay. All right. And do you use divination in your practice? If so, what types of divination do you use?
I do. So I do a lot of tarot reading. That's my main one. I do a lot of pick a deck tarot readings over on my Instagram. And I do scrying too. I love to do eyelid scrying.
You like to do what?
Eyelid scrying.
Eyelid scrying.
Yes.
That's where you close your eyes, right? And you.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
because last time I think you had said that in her.
I think I did.
I was like,
yes.
what was that? Is
I
she
know.
putting like funky stuff on her eyes or what?
It's weird. I know it's strange, but I was actually doing it before I even knew what it was. So, I mean, you know what scrying is, right? Like when you gaze into something. So basically it is what it sounds like. I usually do it after I'm done candle gazing. I do a lot of Tritaka. And after I'm in that trance-like state, I'll close my eyes and read the back of my eyelids for any messages or images or anything like that. So
I do that. I just didn't know that's what it was called. I
right.
mean, I'll just close my eyes and look at, especially like go outside and like gaze into the sun, but not actually, I mean, like close my eyes or like in the moonlight and close my eyes and see what is revealed to me. Yeah.
Yes, that's eyelid scrying.
Eyelid scrying. Well, there you go. You learned something new today, right? All right. So, what is your sun sign?
I am an Aries, but I really relate more to the cuspy. I'm very close to the cuspy sign, the Aries Taurus line.
Mm-hmm.
And anytime I ever like read descriptions of like that horoscope or whatever, and I know I have a lot of earth energy in me too. So I definitely relate to that cuspy sign. So like Aries Taurus.
What is your birthday, honey?
April 14th.
I think you truly are a Pisces.
Really?
Real sky is Pisces.
Oh, that's interesting.
Positive. But you would be Pisces, Aries.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Don't quote me on that because I don't have any of my dates here, but I'm almost positive.
Well, I'm writing that down right now.
Yeah.
I'm going to look that up. That's interesting. My husband is a Pisces, so that's cool.
And do you think that he is like Pisces to you?
Yes, I do. I do in a lot of ways. I don't think he's very, like, I associate water with emotion, like being emotional, maybe.
Can be psychic, very psychic also. Very
right.
Fantasy.
Pisces right. He's not he's more of a very logical black and white type of person. So it's interesting that he's a Pisces, but I forget what his rising and moon sign is and everything, but I looked it all up. But it made a lot more sense. He had a lot more like earth energy in him with his moon and rising. So hi, Lennon.
Okay. Check into Real Sky, honey, or there's a masteringthezodiac.com, and that is called True Sidereal. And that is actually reflecting what is actually in the sky, not the fixed system.
Okay.
Some people relate more to one versus the other or both. But it might tell you a little bit because he's probably based off of that, Aquarius.
Okay. Interesting. I'll have to look that up. That's very interesting. Thank you for that.
No problem. No problem. All right. So do you know what your tarot birth cards are then?
We just talked about this, didn't we? So tarot birth cards would be, you said the Hermit and the Moon, right?
Yes.
Which makes sense to me. I mean, Hermit, other than what I was telling you about my Significator card, the Hermit is definitely another card that I really relate to. So that's pretty cool. That's part of that.
With Life Path 9, because I think I skipped that one. No. That was the next one, which is what is your life path, which is 9. Yes.
Mm-hmm. And I don't know much about that either. I know I'm a 9, and I've looked into it a little bit, but I'm not sure the details of it, I guess.
I think 9 is like very, very spiritual.
Okay. Yeah, I've read that a little bit, that we're one of the most spiritual life paths or something like that.
Right. It's like evolution kind of thing, going on to just like, except for see in numerology, it's either like master numbers 11, 22, 33, like that, but it's normally just 1 through 9. So 9 is the end of the cycle, not 10 like in tarot.
Okay.
So 9 is like, then you're moving on to like the next again. So like cycling up kind of thing.
Okay.
So I think it's a very spiritual,
cool.
ending of, mastering what it is that you're supposed to be doing and then moving on again, like ascending. So
okay, cool. I'll have to look more into that too, for sure.
Yeah. So do you have a current favorite deck right now, tarot deck?
Here, I'll grab it for you guys. A lot of you have probably seen this, but I recently got the Crow Tarot.
Oh, okay.
This is probably my favorite one that I've been working with. Oh, hey, Logan, what's up? But yeah, that's my favorite one right now.
And is that the one that you are currently working with too then?
Mostly I am working a lot with my Animal Spirit Tarot. Some people call it an Oracle Tarot. I think it's a hybrid, personally. Everyone's seen this one, right?
Oh, yes.
Oh, sorry, my dogs are sorry.
That's all right.
There's no one here. Yeah, they bark around.
Doing that.
Come here. It's okay. Come here.
And he's so tired, he's not even responding.
What's that?
And Sully's not even responding. He's so tired, he's not even responding. Normally, he's like, "Oh man, it's on."
Yeah, my dogs too.
All right, so let's see. Do you have a favorite tarot card in the deck?
So would that be the Significator?
No.
This is just my favorite.
You identify with, but like when you're looking at tarot decks, is there one specific card that you always kind of look for?
So I would have to say definitely the King of Cups, like what we were talking about earlier. I feel like that's one that I definitely look out for and think about the most and relate to a lot and strive to be the most. Mm-hmm. But it's funny that you asked that, because I was doing a reading on myself last night. I do readings on myself. I know not everyone does that, but I was doing a reading on myself last night, and I keep in my Oracle deck that I have, Animal Spirit Oracle deck, I keep seeing the boar over and over again. And so I finally just left it out. He's sitting up on my altar right now. He told me to leave him out, so I'm leaving him out on my altar. So maybe that's a card I need to be more drawn to. I'm not sure.
And what is the message with the boar?
The boar says basically to face anything head on with confidence.
Right on.
So let me get him. Hold on. I'll show you.
Excellent.
I love him.
Excellent. So yeah, let's talk about your Significator card.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just going to ask you. We had talked before because she didn't know what that was, and when I explained to her what it was, you had said the King of Cups. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, if you are truly, and I'm not sure, a Pisces,
yeah.
Right? That would kind of make sense.
It would kind of make sense. Pisces with Aries, water and fire.
Yeah, exactly.
Huh.
Like mastering your emotions.
Wow.
Yeah. All right. Would you consider yourself a tarot collector? If so, how many decks do you have?
Yeah, I would consider myself that. I only have 6 decks right now. I would love to get more. I have a very small collection, but yeah, I would consider myself one for sure.
Cool. How long have you been reading tarot?
It's only been almost 2 years, so not that long. I'm relatively new to it. But once I started, I became like, I don't know, just felt like I needed to keep doing it, and I became very obsessed with it. So I've been doing it ever since then.
So let me ask you something, and this is kind of a debate sometimes. Whether or not you should start off learning the meanings or whether or not you read intuitively. So would you say that you had to know the meanings for yourself when you were learning, or did you just start off, just open up a deck and just start reading with them? How did you go about doing that? And now has your reading style changed?
I think it's definitely started out as me. It's always been pretty 50-50 with that. It definitely started out more as me like reading the book and kind of looking up information about it. I think that was more being insecure and not feeling confident with tarot reading. But now that I've gotten more confident, and now that I've kind of exercised my intuition, I feel much more comfortable reading it using my gut. I definitely still do read from the book. I like I've mentioned before in my videos, I'm a very practical person. So I feel like I have to do a little bit of both to do a good reading. That's just me. So.
Wonderful.
Thanks.
I think that's very balanced. I see a whole balanced theme in you.
Yeah.
It's really important to you, isn't it?
It's very important to me.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if you want me to get into this, but I used to be a very, very emotional person, and I still am. I'm a very emotional person, specifically angry. Like I used to have anger, that fire in me. So it's very important to me for my own sanity and my own well-being to try to balance out my emotion with reason, right? Yeah, balance is very, very important to me.
That is wonderful. I think that's what we all need and should attain for, is some sort of balance so we don't get overtaken by things both ways.
Thank you.
Being
Yeah.
too analytical or being too emotional.
Absolutely. Yes. Because I can be a little too, my husband is very like black and white. And sometimes I have to remind him to think with his heart, because it is important to do both, I think, for sure. Oh, they're going to start again. Sorry, my dogs are so reactive. I'm sorry.
Hey, we're all used to it over here. So do you do any daily rituals, or do you have any daily rituals that you do?
I try to always do some altar time every morning. I recently posted my altar routine video on my YouTube. So I have a little bit of like an altar routine that I try to follow every morning. It doesn't always happen, and it's not always exactly the same. But I always try to do that every day for sure.
Wonderful. Sorry, I have to keep referring. You would think after all this time I would know the questions. I don't.
You're fine.
I'm saving my memory for other things. It seems like the older that I get, I have to like forget some things in order to remember new things that are coming.
Right. My memory is finite. There's only so much space, right?
Exactly. So do you remember your dreams? And are you an avid dreamer? Do you like dream journal and all that?
I just started trying to dream journal, actually. I have a new dream journal right next to my bed. I'm trying to be more lucid, like lucid dreaming. I would love to try practicing that. But I have reoccurring dreams like crazy. I dream of water and alligators so much.
Oh my gosh, really?
Yes.
Alligators right here.
Yes, I remember you saying that in Courtney's chat. You said that you dream of alligators too.
Many times over the years.
It's
Yes.
Wild. What do you take from that when you dream of alligators?
Well, it always was early on. I mean, like starting like 20 years ago, there was always alligators that were coming out from all directions, and my family was behind me. And it's like we were going through like the jungle or what have you, like really like the swamp or what have you. And so my family was behind me, and the alligators, when they were come up, I knew that they didn't have the strength to open. They had the strength to close, right? So once their mouth was shut, you can grab a hold of their snout and keep it shut. You have the strength to do that. And can you tell I watched Alligator Hunter? And I know that they're soft on their bellies, so I would put them. And I know this sounds really bad, and I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
But I would gut them in my dreams. You know, that's how I would kill them so that I could protect my family that was behind me. And these were repeat dreams over and over and over again. And a couple of years ago, I had this dream right after I seen a sigil. It just like right before I woke up, the sigil. And then after that, a green sphere with an alligator face in front of it. And it made me think of Sobek, the crocodile god in Egypt. And then I've had more dreams of Egypt. And I mean, it's just a whole long story. So I don't know if maybe I was an initiate of that temple before or something. I don't know.
Right. Really I was going to say, it sounds like a past life thing or something.
Something. Yeah.
Like way more primitive than what would happen now, hopefully. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Huh. That's interesting.
What were your dreams, alligators?
Okay, I have been having dreams about alligators for a very long time as well. And mine are also usually in some kind of swamp or like lakey, very swampy, right? But I'm always like on some kind of raft, and it's like very low to the water. Like I'm on the surface of the water, and there's alligators everywhere, and it gives me anxiety. And sometimes we see, but it's just like me like gliding through the water with these alligators. It's very strange. And I've also, what's interesting too, is I've been having so many reoccurring dreams about my grandma and grandpa and going to see them at their farm. And I used to always go see alligators with my grandma and grandpa.
Oh.
Like, because in Florida, we would go visit them in Florida when I was a kid. And I've also been seeing, there's so many ties in with my grandma and grandpa. I've also been seeing a ton of bluebirds in my yard. I never see bluebirds. I haven't seen bluebirds since I was a little kid. But since I've been having these dreams about my grandma and grandpa's farm, I've been seeing them more. And when I was a kid, we would go bluebird watching with my grandparents all the time. They had bluebird houses all over their farm.
Wow.
So I don't know if my grandparents are trying to like.
Are they both passed?
What's that?
Have they both passed?
They have both passed, yes.
I'm wondering, did you have anything traumatic happen to you when you were little that you maybe blocked out that could have happened while you were visiting? Or that the gators, something was traumatic? I mean, the tie is very interesting.
It is interesting. And I don't know what they're trying to, that's why I've been wanting so badly to do lucid dreaming or some kind of dream work more, because I want to know what do they, I feel like they have something to tell me. Right. And right. I'm not sure what it is. It's just all these signs, and I just haven't been able to tie them all together yet, if that makes sense.
Wow. Yeah. So you are starting this new journey with writing everything down and.
Yes. If I remember, sometimes my dreams, it'll just be like, I mean, lots of times my dreams are so vivid, I see them in color, but sometimes my dreams, and I'm sure it's the same with everyone, sometimes my dreams, I wake up and I just remember, chunks of it
right.
or emotions associated with it. But yeah.
Does it ever feel like other lifetimes or different existences? Have you ever noticed that you are not who you think you are in a dream? And I think all those are leading to other or simultaneous lives.
Yeah, I've definitely had dreams before where I feel like I'm in the past and I live out in the country and I'm like running through a prairie.
Ooh.
That's reoccurred a few times too. So.
Housepine says, well, the gator is tied into the weighing of the heart. It maybe is a message to what your heart wants.
Oh.
Because Sobek knows what our hearts desire, perhaps. Wow.
That's cool, Logan.
Courtney says, Abby, with your permission, I could try to dreamwalk and help you become lucid. I want to experiment with it. If
down,
you would like.
Girl. Down.
Exactly. Yes.
Let's do it.
Wow, that is amazing. Okay. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm so bad at reading the chat.
Oh, no problem. I got you covered. Let's see. So, what would you say is your favorite holiday and/or Sabbath?
I would have to say I couldn't pick just one. I really like Yuletime, being it's wintertime and all that, but I also love Beltane. I had so much fun this past Beltane. I don't know if you did anything.
No.
You didn't? Do you celebrate the Sabbaths at all?
Not so much.
Not so much.
No.
That's cool. So I just think they're fun.
I mean, if I'm feeling up to it, if there's, if I have the ability, yeah, I will. But a lot of times you've got other stuff going on and nobody else in my household does anything like that. We celebrate other things because that's just the way it's always been. So,
right. That makes sense.
Yeah. Let's see. So do you work with crystals? If so, do you have any favorites?
I do. I usually grab a couple crystals at least every time that I'm at my altar. I think my favorite one is black tourmaline because protection is so important to me. Mm-hmm. So I would say my black tourmaline is definitely my favorite. I love my selenite too.
Nice. Another thing yet that is like balance.
Yeah.
Do you see?
You got me again. Yep, there it
is. So, do you have any special skills or hobbies that you would like to share with us?
I'm not going to do it on camera, but I do love to sing.
Oh, come on. I'm not going to put you on the spot.
I love to sing. I love to creative writing too, is a very strong passion of mine. So
excellent. All right. Do you currently have any favorite books or artists, or do you have a favorite book or book series and/or artist?
Currently, I would say in the past year or so, I've been obsessed with the author Augustin Burroughs. Have you ever read Running with Scissors?
No.
Okay.
I've heard of it, but I've never read it.
It's really good. I will let y'all know it's super dark. It's memoirs of his life. So his life hasn't been the greatest. So it's a little, it can get dark, but I am just in love. I have like a love affair with his writing style. I just think that his writing is so beautiful. His descriptive writing. But yeah, if you can stomach sadness and sad books, I would definitely look into for sure. Hello.
Excellent. So what about artists? Do you have a favorite artist?
I don't think so. Do you mean like any kind of artist, like a musical artist or?
No, it can be music. It can be like a tarot deck creator, their art, or, anything really.
I honestly only really thought of the author side of that question. I have like a million different people going through my mind right now, so I couldn't pick just one.
Okay, no problem.
Let's see who. No, I can't. What
the hell is up with my lighting today, too, man?
You're glowing. It looks nice.
That's something, and I don't even have any lights on here. That's weird. And I'm up against the wall. All right, let's see. Do you have any current TV series that you are watching?
So I have two, and actually the first one Courtney said in our interview to watch, and that's Salem on Hulu. We were talking about that. Obsessed. I just got done with it. If you guys are interested in like the witch trials, it's a fictional show. But it's all about the witch trials in Salem in 1645. It's really good. And I also love, if you're into like more fantasy, I love the show Siren on Hulu. It's on Hulu. Yeah, it's on Hulu. It's about mermaids. I love it. I'm obsessed. I'm actually watching it a second time right now.
How many seasons of Siren is there? I think I only watched one season.
Oh, you watched it or part of it?
Yeah.
I think there's 3 seasons. Yeah, there's 3.
And was that the finale? Only 3?
Yeah, I don't think they're going to come back and make another one. Yeah.
Do you think it ended well? Is it worth me watching the other seasons?
I definitely would. I recommend it to like everyone, but it definitely ends on like oh man, but it, like I'm not going to give it away or anything like that. I'm sorry, but it's definitely it's a good ending. You just need to watch it. It's good.
Okay. All right. I'm sold. So do you have any favorite, and I want to say really quick, hi guys. Hi, honey.
Hey.
On Salem, one of the things, because Courtney and I talk all the time, right? She's like, wait till you see this girl that I am, or this lady that I am interviewing. She looks just like Anne. And then I watched it. I was like, oh my gosh, you look just like her.
It's so funny. I've gotten it from so many people. One of my best friends and her boyfriend just started watching Salem. And they're like, oh my God, you look just like Anne Hall. What the hell?
Yes.
Well, thank you.
She was one of my favorite characters. I just loved her, man.
At the end,
she just, yes. She says, I am obsessed with it. They based it off of old trial stuff and Malleus, Maleficarum or something like that. But they held the theory that the witches controlled the trials. Love it.
Yes, I loved it.
Yes. But that's how she described you. And I was like, oh, I got to come and check this out. And I was like, oh my gosh. Wow.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. So, do you have a favorite like witch movie or series besides those that you just got done watching?
Right. So Salem. And then I really liked the movie on Netflix, The Witch. I don't know if any of you guys have ever seen that.
The movie or series? Movie.
It's a movie. Yep. And it actually it's the movie with, I'm seeing if anyone is saying in the
She's
chat.
like the settler with her family moving to a new place, right? Is that the one?
Yeah, I think they are. It's been a while since I've seen it, but I just remember like Black Phillip. They had a billy goat, Black Phillip, and he was Satan and like led her to the woods. And
yes,
it's. I think it's really cool. I think it's really cool if you're into that kind of stuff. I would check it out.
Yeah, I've seen that one. Yeah, Courtney's going, great movie.
Yes.
Yeah, everyone's saying, I love The Witch. Yeah. Yes, the goat. So everyone is all seeing it. Yeah, I thought it was really good.
So good.
So do you prefer coffee or tea?
I am an avid coffee drinker. I have to have coffee every morning or I will be a zombie.
So you could say that's part of your like morning ritual.
Yeah, I was going to add that into do you have any rituals? But I didn't want to be super boring. So I love that.
Yeah. So is there a period other than like right now that you feel drawn to?
I've always been drawn to my whole life to dinosaurs.
Really?
Yeah, I want to go see dinosaurs so badly. Like since I was a little girl, when I was a little girl, I would tell everyone when I grow up, I'm going to be a 3-horn. Like that was what I wanted to be when I grew up. I've always been drawn to dinosaurs. I don't know.
So Jurassic Park would just be like heaven to you, right?
Yes.
No way would you catch me at that place.
No. If I could be in one of those like glass rolling bubbles like they wore in Jurassic Park.
Those were cool.
That'd be cool, but yeah.
I mean, that would be okay if you were by like the little raptors, right? Because they probably couldn't break through that. But then the big
right.
ones, no.
That's true. That'd be scary. But they're so cool. I love them.
The raptors are really cool. I like the raptors. They're so smart. That's what I love about them.
Yes.
But I still would not want to be standing next to one going, hey, how you doing? That's okay. Exactly. So, if you could have a deep conversation with anyone during any time in history, who would it be and why?
I have so many. I think talking to Audrey Hepburn would be really cool. I think talking to Virginia Woolf would be really cool. Those are the first two that really came to mind for me. But I'm not really sure. I wasn't sure if I even wanted to answer because I didn't know like who to pick. There's so many, but those are definitely the main two. I feel like it's a tie between those I'd want to talk to.
And what kind of conversation would you want to have? Like what inspired you, that kind of stuff?
What's the meaning of life? No, I don't know. Yeah, maybe what's inspired you or what's important to you the most in life is probably the types of questions I would ask them. Hey, buddy. Cat's visiting me.
But I said I'd like a long neck or raptor. You ladies are just plumb crazy. Just saying.
Long necks for life.
That's funny. So if you could go to any event in history, what would it be and why?
I would probably, okay, so can I be like a fly on the wall or do I have to be me like there?
No. I mean, I would definitely be a fly on the wall. I would not want to be really at any of those places.
Okay. So it was a tie between, surprise, surprise, how the dinosaurs died, but only if I was like, again, like a fly on the wall, could be safe, not die.
Right.
I just want to know how it really like, because there's theories, right? But I don't think they've ever really like proven. I don't know. I think that would be cool.
But you think it was like an asteroid or like a polar cap shift, and it just like?
I think it was an asteroid. I think it was probably an asteroid, but I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not sure. And it was either that or if I could be a fly on the wall and watch the witch trials too, and just see like the events that happened there too. Very sad and dark, but I think historically interesting. So.
Yeah, wanting to know firsthand what really happened so that we can truly avoid it again, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So, do you have a website or do you do readings for other people? Is there a way that they can find you?
I'm in the process of working on that right now. My husband is making me a website. So we're in the process of making that. I haven't really decided what I'm going to do with my tarot card readings yet. Like I said, I'm currently doing pick a decks on my IGTV right now on Instagram.
Oh, okay.
And I'm kind of thinking about doing personal readings for people, but also posting them on IGTV. Like I've done that in the past and people seem to really like it. And I really enjoy doing it. I stopped doing that, but I'm not really sure. I might start doing that again, but we'll see. I'm not really sure.
You can also do like if you have like paid clients, you can actually do a video and just have it private on your channel where you give them the link through email or whatever, and they can come watch that one.
That's true. Have like a separate private channel or whatever. Is that what yeah.
No. It's just a private link. So if it's private, only somebody with that link can come and see it.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I could do it that way.
So how long have you been on YouTube then?
With this channel only since January, so not super long.
Okay. And then you had a channel before that?
Yeah, I had a channel before that. I used to do makeup videos like back in the day, but I grew out of that. So
grew out of it. Unlisted videos. Exactly. That's what I do is unlisted videos, and then you send the client the.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, what is the direction that you envision for your channel going forward? Do you know?
I've gotten really into editing and making like really like, I don't know what the word is, cinematic, really good videos, good looking videos. I think that's really, I've had a lot of fun doing that. So as I create more videos, I would like to get better at editing and just have better quality content for people to watch. That's one goal I have in mind for my channel for sure.
Okay. And what do you wish to gain from your channel going forward? What is it that you get from it?
I would like to get more knowledge. Like I said, I am on here to, yes, show people how I do things, but I'm also on here because I want to have a conversation with other people like yourself who are much more experienced than me, much further on their spiritual path than me. So
I would not say that. No.
Oh, okay.
No, I mean, it's don't look at other people like they're more advanced than you are.
Right. I shouldn't compare myself.
Right. Yours is just as valid and just who knows, you know? I mean, you don't know by just the videos that people put out what truly they're doing. You know what I mean?
You're right. And I am kind of guilty of that. I'm going to kind of just, you have a way of making me open up, Rachele. I'm definitely a little like, I guess because I'm kind of new here and I'm a little bit insecure and maybe compare myself sometimes, but I'm trying really hard not to do that. And just learn how to love myself and be confident with myself and my own journey. And so.
And share it. Share it with other people. You never know what somebody's going to resonate with, right?
Right. That's exactly. Exactly.
Unlisted, I am lost. Really, Summer? Okay, let's see. I'm trying to catch up here. Yes, unlisted videos is such a useful way. Oops. Of putting YouTube channel. Yep, multi-layered use. All right, let's see. Housepine says, same here, Abby. Learning how to polish up a good video is fun as hell. You got great quality now, though.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. All right, let's see.
Oh, Lennon says, don't compare, Abby. Thanks, Lennon.
Yeah. That's just like a dangerous thing. Because it's always so easy to look at somebody else and think, well, I'm not good enough, or I'm not doing that good enough. Or people are not on your channel because they're trying to compare you to somebody else. They're there because they want to see you and support you.
Right.
So, yeah.
Right.
But I think we all feel that in the beginning, though, honestly. I think
for sure. And it's gotten better, right? It gets better as I get older. And when I was younger, it was like way worse. But as I get older, I'm learning how to love myself and be more confident in myself. And, but yeah, it's sometimes I just do it subconsciously, even like it's, I don't know. It's not very, it's pretty toxic, but, like I said, it's getting better. So
we're all a work in progress, honey. I'm just saying, you know, don't think that, you know, anyone is more advanced than you, because you just never truly know. Never.
Right. You're right. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm old. That's one of the things I've learned, hopefully. Oh my goodness. So is it all right if we open this up for anybody that has any questions for you?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Let her have it, guys.
What do you got?
Hi, Lady Capira, or Capira. I don't even know how it's pronounced. I'm sorry. Did I miss anybody? Let's see. When you upload a video, it can be public, private, or unlisted. Public can be seen by anyone. Private is only visible to you, and unlisted is visible to anyone with the link, right? Okay. Because I had done some private thinking it would work, and it didn't, so I had to do it unlimited, or I mean unlisted. Yeah.
Oh, okay. How did you change the salts you sent me? They were amazing. Oh, the Epsom salts that I sent you. I did a giveaway on my channel, and Logan won. But I put my intention into them. So what I did was I put Epsom salt into a jar. I spiritually cleansed the jar, right? And then I put Epsom salts into the jar, and I sprinkled lavender. What was it, Logan? It was lavender. I forget what else. I put some other herbs in it. But then I also put a bay leaf. I put my intention into a bay leaf, and I put it in with the Epsom salts. And then I kind of shook it around clockwise while I was thinking my intention, which was, I think it was balance, and there you go.
Of course.
I forget what the intention was exactly, but yeah, I spun it clockwise and eucalyptus. That's right. Logan just said. Yeah. So it was just all about intention and charging it in the sunlight. I charged it in the sunlight with my selenite to really put that in there.
Beautiful.
So, yeah.
So Summer asks, what is your favorite videos to make?
Probably, I think so far my favorite video that I've made is like the top five things I do and do not do as a witch. I think that was my favorite because I had so many people be like, oh, well, I do this, I do that. And I thought it was cool. We had like, I had conversations with people. So
yeah,
that was cool.
Beautiful. Thank you, sweetheart.
Thank you. Oh.
All right. Does anybody else have any questions? I do, actually.
Okay.
So, have you ever had any, well, first of all, do you believe in aliens?
Yes, absolutely I do. Yeah.
Have you had any like experiences with aliens, abductions, sightings, anything like that?
So, I actually privately was messaging Courtney about this, but it's fine. I can talk about it here. I think everyone here is judgment free. I, like I said, do a lot of eyelid scrying. And I actually have seen aliens a few times while I've been eyelid scrying.
Ooh.
And one of the times the alien was like rubbing my third eye like this. And there's been a couple times that they've been like handing me something.
Do you remember what they looked like?
They were very lanky and had like rounder heads, but then it came to like a point. And they were gray. So
they were really tall then, really lanky and tall?
They seemed to be tall. I didn't see their whole body. It would be them very close to me. But their arms were pretty skinny and long. The ones I saw, but their heads were very like stereotypical alien shaped. And they were gray.
Wow. And rubbing your third eye.
One of them one time was rubbing my third eye.
Wow. That is excellent.
Thank you.
Did you ever feel like threatened by them, or did you feel comforted?
No, I feel fine. I think they're realizing, well, I almost get the sense that they've been waiting for me to like be spiritually awakened or something, right. Like they've been waiting for me to be open to them, be receptive to them. I get that feeling. It's almost like they knew I was capable of kind of communicating with them, but I don't know. Does that make sense? Yeah.
And was that recent also? Is this something new that's been happening?
Fairly recently. Within the past couple of months, I've been starting to see aliens while I've been scrying.
Oh, that's just fabulous.
And it's so, Courtney, can I tell them about the what you told me after I told you I saw them scrying? I'll wait for her to answer, but what she said was so cool after I told her that.
So while we're waiting,
respond.
Summer asks, do you believe in the fairies or the fae?
I do, absolutely. I have not worked with them though. I've been a little bit nervous to work with them because I've heard so many like warnings about them, like don't accept gifts from them and don't. So I've been a little bit nervous and hesitant to work with them, but I'm interested in it for sure. And I definitely believe in them. Absolutely.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Let's see. Courtney said, by the way, when you were talking about the 5 things, that was a good video. You. And she was going to ask about ETs. That was her first comment. And she goes, oh, never mind. Rachelle's got this. Okay. So lady has, I have a question for whomever can answer. Okay. Jonathan says, Abby, have you had any experiences with the Fae? And you kind of just already answered that.
Yeah, not that I'm conscious of. I mean, maybe, I don't know. I need to work with them more though.
And Corvin asks, so what is eyelid scrying? Which she talked about this earlier on, but if you want to say it again, honey.
Sure. So eyelid scrying is basically what it sounds like. It's just scrying, right? Looking for messages, but I'm using the back of my eyelid. So I usually do it after I get done meditating. I meditate by candle gazing. So I'll put myself into a trance and then I close my eyes and I look at the back of my eyelids for messages or images that my guides want to give me. So. And
Courtney says, yes, you can.
Okay, cool. So I messaged her this because she's talked about her experiences. Mm-hmm. And I was just so like, what the hell? Like, cause I've never experienced this before. So I messaged her about it and she said, that's so funny because I just had a dream about you and aliens.
Wow.
What? So yeah, like all while I'm going through this experience with scrying and seeing them, I just think it's like they're trying to get to me, or I'm not sure. I'm not sure what it means, but I just thought the happenstance of her dreaming about me and aliens in one dream and me also seeing them while I'm scrying is just like, what's going on?
She's very powerful that way. She definitely dream walks. I know that that's what it is because there's been many mornings when I wake up and say, this just happened to me. She's like, oh my gosh, Rachele, you're not going to believe I just seen you in that world doing it. I was like going like this.
What?
I'm like, oh my gosh. So connected. She's so connected.
Seriously. Yeah. Cool. That's so cool.
Very fun to work with. I wonder how.
Yeah, I would have to do more research about it too.
She's going to be vlogging soon about the Fae and the mountains in Ireland. Excellent. Cool. Yes. Fae are fun, but also fickle. See, I think that's where we're talking about like Fae as a blanket term, because I think that there are several different types of Fae, right? So some might be more, where they're mischievous or whatever, where there might be others that are like warriors. And, I think it's a blanket term.
Oh, yeah. So, or like, I almost think of them as like different environments. There might be different like species or something.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I think they're all alien. No, maybe not all.
Oh, thank you.
My eyes keep watering. My goodness. Just one of those days. Seen in my before sleep visions, a brownish colored ET with reddish yellow eyes, the face more like a praying mantis, hollow cheeks. Yeah, I have heard of the praying mantis aliens. Absolutely.
Oh, wow. Have you heard of the brownish skin a lot too?
Well, they would be, they look like, some of them are like ant and or praying mantis. Yeah. With like brown skin.
Okay. Can I just say something really fast? That's so funny that you say that, because I have a memory of when I was like a baby, like I was still in my crib, and I have a memory of seeing a brownish ET looking alien thing coming out of my vent. And it was like,
where did you live?
Where did I live?
Yeah.
In Indiana.
Oh. Because I have heard of stories actually of like colonies of inner earth. They're part of the inner earth, but they come up through like old basements and stuff like that. And Indiana is one of those states that also has basements. Some states don't have basements, like Florida, for instance. But I've also heard of like hives of like reptilians that live in California, like under like Los Angeles and stuff like that. So because they need the warmer environments.
Right. Sure.
So I believe that that's definitely true. Yeah.
That's crazy. That's just like the first time I've heard someone else say it, but I've never like have told anyone that before. So because I have felt silly, honestly. But hey, Paige, that's my friend Paige. Hey.
Hi, Gigi.
Hey.
I did not have the Gray's face shape at all. It did not have. Very hollow, high cheeks, brownish skin. Yeah, just like praying mantis. On the Gaia channel, I watch Cosmic Disclosure. And it used to be like David Wilcock and Corey Good, but now it's more like Emery Smith. And Emery Smith is a geneticist, somebody that has worked on like skin tissue and stuff like that. And he worked for, according to his stories, the government, but he also worked in like an underground facility that when he would go into work, he would go into this room and they would just bring in like samples. And then those samples eventually turned into like a whole arm. Then after a while, then it turned into whole bodies. And some of those bodies were like still warm when they would come in. And he talks about working on many different alien life forms, and praying mantis was one of them.
What?
So, yeah. Cosmic Disclosure on the Gaia channel.
Writing it down. Cosmic Disclosure.
Disclosure. Yeah.
Disclosure. Cosmic.
Yeah.
What is it on?
Gaia. It's the Gaia channel. There's all kinds of stuff on Gaia. But Emery also has a YouTube channel, I believe.
Okay.
He's been on other channels talking. He's on Facebook. Yeah.
Very cool.
They are visiting you. Wow.
Yeah. It's a little intimidating, but like I said, it's never a threatening feeling. Never. So
Paige said she's always down to talk about aliens. I
know you are, girl. We were just talking about it the other night. But yeah, no, I have that memory of being in my crib, like looking through the bars of my crib and seeing that brown ET looking thing come out of my vent. Yeah. They didn't say anything. I that's all I remember is seeing it. So
I'm trying to catch up. Well, let's see. And yes, I will get with you after this, Abby, about the dream, she said. Yes. Courtney did. Praying mantis, that's a trip. Has anyone seen them as being made out of light and being about 3 feet tall? As being made out. No. To my understanding, the praying mantis are really tall. But there's different. I'm watching this series right now on Prime, and it's called, is it Hellier? Something like that. And it's a group of people that end up going, I think it's like to West Virginia, because somebody had emailed this guy and was showing him pictures of, or telling him about things that were happening around his property with little like creatures that look like aliens. And it was started with his daughter, that they kept on coming in and looking in the windows at her and scared, but they're like smaller. They're like 3 feet tall, I think.
Interesting.
And they were a little bit glowy, but that's what it is. And then they go down to this town, and I have not watched the whole thing, but there's other stuff about it, like cover-ups in the town and all kinds of stuff. Wow. And that a lot of them they're seen coming out of like old copper mines. I think it is old copper mines.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. I have memories of things looking in my windows too when I was a little girl. Like things like going like this and looking and then quickly leaving. Yeah.
I did acid one time only when I was 17. And that's what I seen. I was outside and there was these little like troll like things and they were looking behind the tree. And they were behind the tree. There was a whole bunch of them. And they would go like this. They would look at me and they'd start giggling. I could hear them all. And I'm like telling my friends, do you see it? Do you see it? And
oh my gosh.
And then they would run really fast behind another tree.
Oh my gosh. That's good though.
I was like, oh my gosh, look at them. Oh my goodness.
Your friends seen them too, or was it you?
Nobody else seen them. It was just me. But I think I was tapping into like another dimension or something, another realm.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know?
for sure.
And they could see that I could see them because I was just like, oh, look at that.
Right. And I, like I said too, you just kind of feel that like they know, like they've been waiting for you, or they know you can see them or something. You know what I mean? It's just like,
oh, they were literally playing with me for hours, just going like this. And there was a bunch of them. They were all around, and they would peek out, and they must have been like, I mean, literally like this big.
Aww.
They would peek out, and then they would go back in, and then they would go like this. They were like behind trees and just running. Oh my gosh.
That's a fun experience though. That's really cool.
I was like, I'm never doing this again, ever. And I haven't, but I mean, they were all doing it then. I do not support that. Do not do that, kids. Or anybody. They came from inside of the earth.
Mm-hmm.
Got the Sirius Draco vibe from it. Really? Yes, housebound. The light I have seen recently, followed by the pop noise. I haven't heard the pop noise.
Oh, I think Courtney's talking about her last, when she was talking with her last live interview, and there was that noise. Did you see that?
Yeah, I heard it when it happened.
Yeah, absolutely. I did too. It was weird.
She said on her end though, which she did not hear it in the replay, and she timestamped it too, I believe, under the video. But she said that she heard like a woman screaming, almost like a banshee or something like that, maybe.
That's
interesting.
Yeah.
But I do remember when it happened. And at first I thought it was feedback.
Yeah.
But she was not leaning in. She wasn't like doing this.
Right.
Like, so why would it happen right at that spot? It was just weird.
It was very weird. And it did sound really weird. Like, yeah, at first I thought it was just interference, but then I was like, I thought about it and I was like, that sounded really strange.
Yes. Mu, which is like Lumeria, right? Oops.
Mountains of Mu, lots of magic energy here. So cool.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to go to Hawaii. Always wanted to go.
And shapeshifters. Absolutely. As a matter of fact, that's funny that you say that. Courtney actually had sent 2 videos, one to me privately and then one to our sisterhood chat. And so I was watching before this interview today, a couple of different ones on shapeshifters. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
You'll have to send it to me if you're able to.
Many legends throughout history, really, of different types of shapeshifters, like, vampires and werewolves and Yep.
I used to live on the Navajo reservation.
Wow.
And they have all kinds of legends about shapeshifters.
Skinwalkers, right?
That's Skinwalkers, yes.
Skinwalkers, yes.
It's very cool.
The Inner Earth has been awesome for me. They remind me of elves, and I saw grays, and I asked Odin in a dream if he was an ET. He smirked and handed me his eye as a warning. Exactly.
Wow.
We're all ETs.
Courtney's experiences are so cool.
Oh, yeah.
Very cool. Her dreams and everything have been so cool to hear about.
Wow. So you guys both have birthmarks on your head.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Will you put up info on them, please? Oh, yes. See, I say aliens and look at where it goes. Yeah, people are just waking up to it. They're experiencing it.
Yes, for sure. And I've noticed that too, that more and more people are like talking about aliens more, like it's almost like what's going on. People are like awake, you know what I mean? Like jumping awake or something. That's what it feels like.
And now the government is starting to acknowledge it,
Yes.
So now those people that have been saying forever, oh, it's not real. Okay. Really?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Do you know what your blood type is?
I don't. And I know I've been curious to find out. I don't know how to though. How do I find out what my blood type is?
There's actually little tests that you can get right off of Amazon They have like 1-packs, they have 2-packs, they have 4-packs. So if you want to do like your whole family, but yeah, it's just a little thing. It's got a little card on it that's got like different 4 little, A, B, O, and then your like test like circle. And you just wash your hands really good. It comes with a little alcohol thing. You prick yourself. It comes with a little thing to, prick whatever after you washed yourself really good. And then they've got little things that so that you're not contaminating it. You put it onto the end of a little tip thing and then put it on to the little circle on the card. And each one of them has like a different chemical or whatever that's supposed to reveal what it is. And then after it dries, it shows you right there. You've got a little pamphlet. It shows you right there what your blood type is.
Okay.
So
cool. I'll have to look into that.
I think it's like $20 for 2 of them.
Okay. Wow.
So,
well, I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
For sure. Oh, and I wanted to let you know too, the Facebook thing, I tried making a new profile like twice after that with 2 brand new emails. And as soon as I would click create profile, it would say profile disabled.
What is up with that?
I don't know. It is so weird. So I can't see the Facebook group. I'm sorry. I want to so badly, but yeah, it won't let me. I've tried creating a new profile like 3 different times. And every time they say my profile has been disabled before I even can look at my new profile. It's so bizarre.
Does anybody know what's going on with that? Because you had mainly just come onto Facebook to go in the Amethyst Ascension group, right?
Yeah, that's the only reason I've made a profile.
You never made a post or anything, and they blocked you saying inappropriate or
going against community rules, guidelines or something. Yeah. And my brother-in-law sent me a link saying that this has been happening to a ton of people and they don't know why. It's very strange.
It's showing that you're still in the group. However, I can't access anything. When I click on your name, nothing comes up. Yeah. What's up with that?
I don't know. It's so weird. And it's so weird that it was like immediately when I tried it 2 more times, like my profile would be immediately disabled. And I'm like, how do you even know it's me? Like I'm using a different email every time. I don't know. It's just
IP.
It's weird.
It's your IP address. It's tracking your IP address. So maybe you can get one of those things that like moves your IP all over the place. It'll show you here and show you there, and then maybe try it. But I don't know what's going on there. Yeah, that's insane.
I'm sure my husband can probably figure it out. He's a tech guru, so.
I've never seen those brown. Okay, my strongest past life memories are from being in the 5th dimension. I only know what they told me. Yeah, with blue beings. Deanne, were those like feathered beings or just regular skin, but like blue? I can't keep up with all you guys. You guys are wonderful.
For real.
Evening news, they're talking about them. Yeah, about them now. Yep, the UFOs and stuff. And you want to know what is awful funny? I had a dream, which I mentioned this before. I had a dream like on the 23rd of April, and it said it's going to begin in 12 days, right? Well, when I counted the 12 days, that's today. Today is the 12th day. And today is 5/5/2021, which would be 555, which is opening up some sort of portal.
Oh.
Yeah, Courtney put it on earlier on Facebook to mention it. But I have been having, and I don't know if you guys, any of you guys are having it in your areas. I have been having helicopters flying around a lot more frequently. I mean, that's not normal for here. Every once in a great while, we might see one, maybe one every, 3 or 6 months. And it's been more steady up in the sky now, helicopters.
I feel like I've been seeing more helicopters too here. Are you in the Midwest?
Yeah, I'm in Michigan.
Yeah, I'm in Indiana.
Okay. What part of Indiana?
Central, by the the Indy area. Yeah. But yeah, I've been seeing more helicopters too. That's interesting.
Do you have military bases around you anywhere close?
I don't think so.
Because we do, and I think that's what it is. It's
Okay.
something to do with the military
Maybe
base.
I do, and I just don't know it. They're like dark black green helicopters, right? So wouldn't that be military? I think.
I have no clue, to be honest. I'm just hearing them, and then I look out, and there they are.
Right. And so loud, right? They're like low. They're like on my roof.
Oh, let's see. Or the cat people. You guys, I can't keep up with you. You guys are awesome. No feathers, just blue, fairly tall, no verbal, just could hear their thoughts. Yep, no food. Just have to drink water there. Okay, that makes sense. Because the heavier foods that we eat, it lowers like our vibration. So the more water and stuff like that. So if it's 5D, it would have to be a little bit higher. So yeah, that makes sense. And that kind of matches what Courtney said when she was in the inner earth. They gave her food, offered food to her, and then when she put it in her mouth, it was more like liquid. It turned it more like liquid.
That is interesting.
Like, oh yeah, and some weird stuff has been happening with Courtney with that too, with her cell phone, just like it working by itself and like sending her messages. That just freaking happened.
That's so weird because my Google Home device. Do you have one of those like okay Google and it's like a Siri or what or
we've got like 6 or 7 in our house.
Yeah, mine has been playing music. Like it will just go off and it's really weird.
Yep.
What is happening?
They're just messing with us. My husband's laughed and joked. He says, they're probably at the home office just laughing. Look what we can do to these guys.
I know, right?
And all of a sudden you'll just be talking. No, you won't even say Google or anything like that. And all of a sudden you'll see the little lights up.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So they're listening or the little cameras coming on.
Yes.
Courtney says she'll joke around. She'll walk by and she'll go like this to the
That's funny.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Let's see. I had a past life regression where the people around me were made of light, and I realized I was as well. Yes. Yes.
Cool.
What is your blood type, Jonathan? I know you mentioned it earlier. Something about getting the blood test.
I need to get mine done. I think that would be. What is your blood type?
I'm O positive.
Are you?
But my test was inconclusive. I got to do it again. I bought some more tests. My husband's came up inconclusive too, because the little control circle that you get four little circles. But the control one, for some reason, it said it was like inconclusive because it turned out blotchy. And I didn't realize that at first. Oh, A negative. Okay. All right. Wow. Very interesting. A fighter plane went over Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Oh my gosh. Oh, there are lots of new drones flying around. Wow.
Sparrows, hawks, and falcons come to me a lot. Yeah, same. I see those a lot while I'm scrying.
So did anybody else have any questions? I know we kind of went over a little bit. We live near an airport, and we've been hearing way more military helicopters fly over at night. Yeah, see, we live, well, I mean, not super close, but not that far from the Lansing airport.
Okay.
And we hear the planes. That's what we normally get. But this is actual helicopters all the time. We don't normally get those. And they've been definitely coming around here. So I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. That's weird.
So I think there was another question that I was going to ask you. And I can't remember what it is now. So I guess we'll just pick it up in the conversation. Well, I wanted to say, the audio's cutting out.
Oh, dang it.
Well, that's all right. We're going to wrap this up anyways. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Abby's link is down below. And I forgot to put in, I think, your Instagram, which I will put. It's still Abby the Witch, right?
It's just Instagram.
Okay. So please go and check that out. She's got a very small channel. She's brand new. So let's show her some support. And yeah. So
thanks, guys.
thank you, everyone. And I hope you guys all have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye, guys.